Hey everyone, welcome to Full Range Fitness with Kelly Range, the podcast that empowers you to take charge and jumpstart your journey to awesome. We are broadcasting live on the End Resultz Radio Network from the Perimeter Roofing Studio inside the Country Inn and Suites by Raddison Hotel in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
Hi. So today I'm joined by my two friends and guests, Stacey Goddard and Amy Price. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, we're so excited.
You are welcome. Well, how about we start with an introduction? Tell me just a little bit about who you are on the personal level, and then we'll dive into the professional level.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'm Stacey, and I am married to an awesome guy named Joel. We have 3 kids. We have a senior this year, which is a brand new thing, and then a 10th grader and a 6th grader. So our life is full of family and sports right now. We love it. We absolutely love it. My husband is a musician. I am also, so that's kind of our background and our training and our history kind of, so...
And Amy.
Hi. So I also have a 10th grader. He goes to school with Stacey's 10th grader.
Yes.
And so we are into trap shooting, and we're full of doing lots of outdoor things. So we're very busy on the weekends and doing things like that. But I sell real estate on the side and am very big into fitness and nutrition with Stacey and you, and just helping people do live healthier lifestyles. So,
What a cool thing. Yeah, what a worthy thing, right? And a noble thing. I love it.
And fulfilling.
Yeah.
So awesome helping others.
It is. So tell me a little bit about what you do and how you help others.
Okay. We are involved with this amazing company called Arbonne, and I was actually introduced to this company 15 years ago through my sister. And what our goal is just to really help people find a way to live a healthy lifestyle. Not some kind of fad diet or quick fix, but a way to live their lives healthy and doable. I think that's another thing that people just really need, is something that's not going to take all their time, that's not complicated, and that's doable, and that they feel like they have the tools they need in their tool belts every day to be healthy. And one of the things Amy and I were talking about on the way here was that so many times when people are their happiest is when they're their healthiest. Think about it. My mom says all the time, she's so wise. She's like, when you have your health, you have so much. You have everything. And so we truly believe that we are really having an impact on people's actual happiness in their lives when we help them be healthier. So we're very passionate about it because of the difference it's made in our own lives. And we know that it can spread to others.
Yeah, I believe that to be true 100%.
yeah, I mean, we were talking too about, we talk a lot about how this provides an easy button for people, like being healthy and having time for exercise and things like that. It seems to be on the back burner for people, but it really needs to be at the forefront. And it really helps people put it at the forefront because it's so easy. It's actually easy to do if you think about it as, you know, just an everyday thing. Like you get up and brush your teeth, you make your bed, you eat a healthy meal. So it's and then you have more energy and you're happier because you have more energy. So
that's so true. And you expend more energy during the day, which usually means that you sleep better at night.
Yes. It's so crazy though. Like top 2 things I hear from people that we're going to tell you a little bit about what we do in just a second as far as a 30-day program that we walk people through. But top 2 things I hear is that I have more energy and I sleep better and my clothes are fitting better.
Yes.
3.
Yes.
Top 3.
I mean, that's like win-win-win.
Yeah.
100%. So one of the cool things is when I met Amy, and so we'll go into kind of how we met. So Amy, I knew you first. And Amy, I met quite a few years ago.
it's been
quite a while.
Maybe 2012, 13.
Yeah,
something.
probably. And so we connected then, and then really reconnected recently. And that was just due to the craziness over the past year and me looking for ways to help people get healthy. Obviously, I've got the fitness side of it, but really felt like I was lacking on the nutrition side. And so I contacted Amy and said, I need help with this. And she was like, okay, I've got the most amazing program, and you were not wrong. And so we brought this 30-day program into my fitness studio, and then it was really just the perfect marriage, because it was the nutrition and education part of that meeting the fitness part. And my studio is all women, so for us it was very practical. Like you said, it's got to be something that people can do and something that people can sustain and maintain for a long time. If not, then you're just putting in all this effort, sometimes torturing yourself for a long time with these fad diets, you know, starving yourself and you, not to make you feel bad, but like you're really just doing it for no reason. You're actually going backwards. So you're torturing yourself for these periods of time, and then you're going to end up actually worse off than you were before. So it's super important when we're talking about bringing healthiness to people, is educating them on how they can keep doing it forever. 30 days is great, and we can get really strict and, you know, cut out a lot of things, but eventually you got to know what you love, you got to know what you want and what you have to have, and then you can incorporate it realistically into your life. So let's dive into the 30 days and really what that brings to people, what that teaches them, and how that sort of jumpstarts their journey for a lifetime of better living, healthier living, better quality of life.
Yes. You want me to start? So I love that you said you said it was a perfect marriage in your studio, because you know, when I used to have a studio, that's what really made it better. It was a great place for people to have community and work out and exercise. And that's 30 minutes, 30, 45 minutes of people's lives. But then they leave there and they have 23 and a half hours to go and sabotage everything that they did in the gym, which, you know, we've talked about that. But if they have the support and a system that's easy to use, because I think if people think it's too complicated, they're not going to do it.
Absolutely.
So if they feel like it's easy and they see other people do it and they see that it's easy for them, it's easy for them to implement. And we have had so many testimonies of people just having so much success, not in just their body changing and things like that, but they feel better. They feel so much energy. That's what, you know, Stacey was saying, you know, they feel better. They're sleeping better. And it's just sustainable. So, and it's easy to teach for me as a coach, or for us as coaches. You know, one of the 20 years in fitness nutrition, and one of the hardest things to teach is nutrition. And I think people just make it more complicated than it needs to be. So that's what I love about this company, Arbonne, is they already have this plug and play system for people to follow. And it's easy for us as a coach to here you go. This is how you do it. And they plug and play, and it's easy for them to do it. Not only for them to do it, but for someone else to follow them,
right?
And so they can easily pass that, you know, pay it forward, if you will.
Yeah, and speaking of pay it forward, I was just thinking, I got this text a couple of weeks ago so this is a longtime friend, known her for a really long time, and just felt led to reach out to her, say, hey, would you like to hear a little bit more about this? She was like, okay. She decided to start the 30-day program. This is her first month ever doing it this month. So she just sent me this. She said, truthfully, I was questioning whether I could do this 30-day lifestyle. This morning, I woke up with no headache. I don't even remember the last day that I didn't have a headache. Seriously, for months, I've been dealing with headaches from the time that I wake up. Today, I have more energy, and it feels natural. Not at all like a caffeine rush. I feel stronger today. I feel good. I feel better. And in 27 days, if I feel better than this, I might not be able to stand myself. Thank you for reaching out to me. And this is a dear friend. And so just to be able to help someone else that you care about. And it's just like Amy said, it just keeps spreading. So now she's going to tell her husband about this, and who's going to tell his brother about this. And it's just kind of the gift that keeps on giving when you help others.
Right. And so it's a supplement, you know, package, but it's not just about supplements. So we talk about that all the time, is that, you know, you kind of have to have, if you think of supplements, they're kind of like probably a bad analogy, but gasoline. But you gotta, if you pour a big thing of gasoline on the floor, like that's just gasoline on the floor. But if you pour gasoline on a fire, then we just accelerate everything that's happening. So foundationally, yes, of course, you need to get your fitness, you need to get your exercise regimen, you need to get your strength training, you need to get you cardio for your heart, all of those great things that happen there. And then foundationally, you've got to start eating better. And then on top of that, the easy button truly is with the supplements and helping people. One of the things we're constantly talking about is trying to develop that lean muscle. And it's hard to do that. And you got to eat so much protein. I mean, unless you really want to be pounding down 10 chicken breasts a day, you probably should invest in some protein powder. And so the coolest thing, because there are so many products out there, the biggest thing that drew me to this company was the way that they run the company, but the products themselves. So somebody highlight what is so great about these products and how they stand out against a world of supplements.
Yeah, I think Amy's great to speak to that as well. But I'll say one little thing at the beginning, because I know she searched and searched and searched as a gym owner for good quality, and she had really big, high standards because of past experiences. But I will confess that I was an anti-supplement person. The story kind of goes back just a little. I won't tell the long version, but my mom, when I was in elementary school, decided to change our whole family's diet because my dad was diagnosed with super high cholesterol. And so she completely changed how our family ate, and it affected his health. He got so much better. And so she was natural and organic and all that, way before it was cool. And we actually complained a ton when we were kids. And now I tell her thanks all the time. But that being said, I really was one of those people that thought I could get all of my nutrition from eating healthy. And I did eat healthy. But what I found was that it took my health up a whole nother level, and people around me, when I added eating healthy with good supplements, with clean supplements. I mean, the energy was so much better. The overall wellness was so much better, markedly different. So to me, that's why I changed my mind, because of the difference I saw. And then do you want to speak to the integrity of the products and ingredients and stuff? That's part of what drew me, and I know it's what
it is. It is what drew me in, and I guess that would be a good part for me to interject why it's important to me. When and I'll just tell the quick version. When I was 12, my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer. And so for 2 years, I watched her go through, the chemo and the mastectomy and all the things. And this is, from my child mind view back then. But then later on in life, I started to recall things that were said, things that were done, her doctor visits and things like that. And one of the things that I remember them telling her was to stay away from lunch meat and mayonnaise and deodorant.
Wow.
And so what the dots started to connect later in my 20s. And I thought, okay, what's common between all those things? You don't eat deodorant.
Right.
But it's the chemicals.
Sure.
So I went on this health journey for myself because I was told that I should watch out for myself, because since my mother had breast cancer, that I might and probably will. And I didn't believe that. And I'm 46 years old. I haven't been. I'm clear, but. So that's what led me on my journey to chemical-free, just clean eating, and knowing that our food supply is not what it used to be, that I needed to supplement to be, to have the health and the energy that I wanted to have for my life. And then I found Arbonne. Stacey introduced me to Arbonne many years ago. And
we met mountain biking.
Yeah, we were one of my other passions.
Yes.
But so yeah, I found Arbonne, and it was the skin products were just as important to me as the food products, the supplements, because our skin is our biggest organ, and we, so she introduced the skin products to me first, and then the supplements. But that's what made me fall in love with the company at first, was the clean, chemical-free products.
And we banned 2,000 ingredients. We are European standards, no parabens, no phthalates and stuff in all of our skincare stuff, but also GMO-free, vegan, free from all of this stuff that you read that you shouldn't have, basically.
Right. And the plant-based nutrition, that's what I think is huge. And I think that is what is so hard to get. And I think that we need more of the plant-based nutrition than anything else. And so for me personally, that's where I saw a difference, because I'm fall into the category of everybody else. Well, not everybody, but most people, when I have that sugar craving, that sugar addiction, I'm super active. So when I tell people, you know, I got to stop eating so much sugar, you know, they're like, well, you work out enough and you don't look like it. But it's still not good for me to ingest those things. Not only is it not good for me to take that in, but why am I taking that in? Because your body doesn't need that, you know, in the form of candy or, you know, it can take it in certain forms, but it's not made to take it like that. So why am I eating those things? Why am I craving those things? And that's going to go into a whole other, you know, podcast for a whole other day.
Sugar, definitely.
We could talk
sugar.
Yeah, exactly. We could talk about that for a really long time, but the only way to kill the craving is to like starve it out. So when I give it up, you know, that's great. That's the best way. But it's hard to do something like that because the cravings are so demanding, especially in that first, you know, really 21-day period, I would say, if you really are truly like addicted to something. But it curbed my craving. When I added the plant-based protein, the super greens, and of course I got the probiotic for my gut health. Those three things together consistently helped curb the craving. Of course, it's not going to get away. You know, I can't, you know, you got to quit. But it helped curb the craving. And I realized my body just wasn't getting what it needed. So it's trying to send me a signal like, hey, you're eating, but I'm not, you know, I don't have what I need.
You're not getting what you need.
Right. Yeah. And so it's so easy to see how people begin to be able to consume 2,000 calories to become 3,000 calories to become 4 and 5 and 6, because their body is saying, hey, you know, you've consumed 3,000 calories, but I don't have anything that I need.
Yeah, right.
So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell you, hey, I need something else. But instead of filling it with what they actually need, they're filling it with more of the empty calories. So, and then your body, of course, is going to respond to that. It's going to say, hey, oh, great. This is how many calories I need to survive. Yeah. So it's very easy. Your body is reacting the way that it was made to. And it's such an unfortunate truth that we don't have direct access. You know, I wish every fast food restaurant was just a big salad buffet or a farmer's market. You know, it would be so much easier. I'm sure people would be like, no, don't take away my stuff. But like, if the other stuff wasn't available, I mean, you buy a bag of food on the shelf, right? Let's just, whatever it is, it's in a bag. If you look at the ingredients, there's almost no food ingredients even in it, but it freaking tastes good a lot of the time. Sometimes it tastes weird and you can taste some of the chemicals, but most of the time it tastes good, but you're not even eating food. It's literally not food. It's a chemical.
It's an instant gratification.
It's an instant gratification that you can very easily get addicted to.
Yeah. And one of the things you were saying about the fast food, you know, I wish it was that easy. That's one of the things that we talk about. Talk about the shake, the smoothie, we were saying about how it's actually a time saver. We jokingly say it's healthy fast food. Yeah. Because you can make a smoothie in like 60 seconds.
Absolutely.
And that's what we had for breakfast this morning. My whole family can have them. And that's what I love about these products, is that they're safe for the whole family.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things, and I'm sure you hear this too, is that after being in the gym business for so many years, the biggest reason people have for not exercising or not eating healthy is they don't have time. There's no time. And that's why I love this, because this takes that out of the equation. It's 60 seconds to mix a healthy protein shake that it has more nutrition in it than your next meal.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it takes that whole thing away, and it's delicious. Yeah. Like everybody says they love it so much. And you don't hear people say that about a plant-based smoothie. No. Usually they're chalky or
gritty.
You know, gritty. So, and I mean, it smells like cake batter.
Yeah.
And no, I mean, if you're expecting it to be like a Chick-fil-A milkshake, it's not that, but it still tastes really good for it to be a nutritious meal. So that takes that whole time factor out of the way. And the other thing, second to time, is money. They think eating healthy is expensive. Sure. And this is a meal that's like, what, $2? Yeah. So it's not, they're going to spend that at the gas station.
Yeah, I kind of laugh when that's a pack of gum.
Yeah, that's like a taquito.
Yeah, it's very interesting to me that people are hesitant to invest into their health. And you may not be spending time and money on it now, but you're going to be spending time and money on it later, and it's not going to be the way that you want. You're going to be spending money on doctor's appointments. You're going to be spending money on prescription medication, and you're going to be spending time on those things, and it's not going to be the time that you want. The quality time, the quality of life that you're trying to live, if you're not fueling your body in the right way, that time and money is going to come back, and it's going to be spent. Wouldn't you rather spend it in a proactive way instead of a reactive way?
Pay the farmer or the doctor.
Exactly.
And aren't more people now, since last year, I'm finding more people now more concerned with their health than ever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what better way to do that than to add this?
Well, and I think that's one positive thing that's come out of everything that's happened. You know, from the health and wellness side of things, when everything started coming and the conversation was just about masks and social distancing and et cetera, from my perspective, it was like, I said it, a Band-Aid over a bullet wound. Like, what in the world? Why are we talking about those things, and no one is talking about your immune system and how to boost your immune system? And when these illnesses come, which they will, because we're human beings and we live in a world with illness and sickness and viruses and bacteria and all of those things, we need to have a good foundation. So when they come, not if they come, when they come, your own body, you've done work on the proactive side to be as strong and healthy as you possibly can be. Will it stop you from, getting sick? Of course not. And that's just part of life. And we don't know what is going to happen when you get sick. But wouldn't you rather be prepared for something like that? And I think that's been the problem. People aren't prepared. They weren't prepared. They didn't see it coming. And it literally has broken the world, countries all around the world. And I do believe that in the United States, we have struggled so severely because of the health of the American people, because our food quality is so poor, because people are not willing to invest their time and their money in what really matters, which is being very healthy. And your health, you think, well, it's my body, my decision, whatever. And that is just not true. Look at healthcare. Look at how expensive it is to take care of sick people. I mean, it has to be a total mind change. So I hope that people are more interested and invested in being on the proactive side of things, so that when these things continue to come our way, we've done something to be ready.
We'll be stronger, we'll be healthier.
Yeah. And you have time to do that. I mean, you really do. You have time to do that. You have time to make those changes. And that's what you should do. If you have time, that means that you woke up this morning, or you wake up tomorrow morning. That means that you have been given the time.
That's right.
You've been given the time to make simple changes, and it doesn't have to be,
overwhelming.
Kind of the
I think people just get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
They don't know where to start.
Right.
They're just like, there's too much information out there. I don't know which thing to do.
People get confused, and it starts with one decision. You wake up, you brush your teeth, you go have a shake, and it's just one decision, and one after the other. And it doesn't mean you're not ever going to be able to eat a piece of pizza again or have a piece of cake again. It just means that the majority of your life is health conscious. You're thinking about it all the time.
And that's really what we do during that 30 days is we coach people how to be health conscious and help them see, okay, so I have so many people tell me all the time, I thought I was eating healthy.
Yes.
It's like they don't realize the foods that are really sabotaging them that they thought were healthy. And I know I was the same. So,
Yeah, it's hard to know what to do, when to do it. You see all of these things. I think, social media can be great, and it can also be ridiculous, because you see what somebody has done and you see a quick before and after.
So
you want to know, you want to know, well, what did you do? Well, it really is kind of irrelevant. You got to figure out what you're gonna do,
what you're willing to do.
Yeah, what you're willing to do. And you just don't want to waste any time on anything that's, a fad. What are a few things that you could tell people to, like, hey, what would be a red flag when it comes to, let's say you're scrolling through social media and you're seeing some ads for things? What are a couple red flags? I know for me, from the fitness side, there are actual quote unquote programs that will tell you don't have to exercise. Red flag.
I think that's the biggest one for me.
Red flag.
I think
because that means major calorie deficit.
Yes.
Or take these pills or this supplement and eat however you want to, and you'll still be healthy and lose weight. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Beware.
Ding, ding, ding.
How about if it sounds too good to be true, it absolutely is too good to be true. Because the science behind the body is the science behind the body.
And if it's easy, it's sleazy.
Whoa.
Good one, Stacey.
Did you just come up with that? Or
No, I'm quoting somebody else.
Wow, that is good. I'm going to take that one down, put that on a t-shirt.
Don't quote me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Put your name right under.
Oh, I love that. But it's true, right? That is so very true. If it's too good to be true, if it seems too easy, if it, you have people, don't forget that you have a brain. Don't forget that you actually have critical thinking skills.
Ask questions.
Don't forget. Yeah. Ask questions, but not just to anybody. Yeah. Try to find somebody that, actually knows what they're talking about, which is, it's hard to, go through the mud and the muck, and, you want to ask people that do it for a living. I mean, when someone says, hey, I have 15 years experience in something, then perk up and listen,
And is their life how you want to model your life, what you want to model your life after? So
are they looking the part?
Like, it's kind of like I'll say, you're not going to go see a dentist who has rotten teeth. Right. Mm-hmm. So you're going to,
put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, that's right. It's true though, because I have a lot of different opinions when it does come to that. And people, some people say, well, I just, it's really intimidating coming in, and all the instructors or the coaches are just so fit. Yeah, we are, because we practice what we preach.
You've been living it for a lifetime.
Yeah. So wouldn't you want to say, that's what they're doing, is working, right? You want to know that something works. So, look for the people that look like they're doing what they're telling you to do. That's who you want to talk to, because if somebody is telling you to do something and you can clearly tell that they don't do it on their own, really your credibility is shot. You got to find the people that actually, live it. So what do you think you guys would say to somebody, because I do have this as, owning an all-female business. I have a lot of people that come in that have they really don't know anything about anything. What would you say to somebody that knows that they need to get healthy and just doesn't know where to start?
Oh my gosh.
Give me a call, 1-800-EASY and Sleazy.
Oh my gosh. I think the very first thing is trusting the person. Just, you gotta be, I was telling Stacey earlier, your mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open. So open the parachute, open your mind, and trust the person that's giving you the information, and trust the system. Yeah.
So when you go to somebody and you ask them for a formula and they give you the formula, actually use the formula.
Don't go ask your friend down the street who also needs to lose 50 pounds. Like, you trust the people, the professionals in front of you. I think that's and just implement it the best you can.
Yeah. You always have the people that are going to ask the same question to every single employee in the space and member, because they're trying to get a different answer, and there's just not a different answer.
Yeah, and you're gonna get what you're looking for. They keep asking because they want a different answer, or they want the answer they're looking for. But if you just open your mind and take in whether it's what you want to hear or not.
Yeah, absolutely. So getting started would be finding someone that you can trust, that's talking the talk and walking the walk, finding something that you can stick to, making realistic changes. I mean, anybody on any given day could drink more water, right? How simple is that? Today, I'm going to cut out one of another beverage and replace it with water. I mean, simple, very, very simple. So little tiny things that you can do every single day, and finding the right people to coach you towards that, and having the accountability. And don't be afraid. It's not happening in a week. Sorry. It's a lifetime
Give it
process.
Time, right?
Yeah.
Let it work.
I would say a number one tip I would give for somebody just like, okay, I'm willing to do one change, would be to really focus on their gut health, because through research, we're finding that 80% of your immune system is in your gut. And so if you were to focus on gut health, that would really start to change the picture of your health. Just that one choice. Yeah. And so because it affects your mental health,
right?
All these other things are connected. And so with our company, we have a prebiotic, probiotic combination, and that's what you want. You want both of those. And you also want them to be pharmaceutical grade because there's a lot of prebiotics out there on the market right now, and you might as well be dumping them in the trash when you take them because they're really, I've had so many people tell me I don't really feel a difference when I do it, and it's because I'm sure it wasn't a high quality.
Yeah.
I think if you are going to, make sure it's good.
Yeah, it's a live enzyme, what you're saying. The product that we're talking about, it's the gut health, and it also supports your microbiome. So we're starting at a very foundational place. And, you know, you're saying get something that supports your gut health, which would be a supplement of some sort. Eating well, of course, exercising.
Yes, there's foods that do it as well, but take it up a notch, take a good supplement.
For sure. So finding that supplement, but this is a powder. I mean, or, you know, it's not in a capsule. It's not, And so you're drinking it down, which I always said these products are super sneaky because you put everything in water. So you're drinking water with the supplements, which is a sneaky way of getting people to drink more water, which is great. But I love the gut health idea because, again, we're going right back down to that foundation of how is your immune system? Is it functioning?
Yeah.
Is it not functioning? Have you done the work to be healthy so you don't have to be so fearful? Or have you not? And something like this completely knocks you off of your feet because you don't think about your health on a day-to-day basis. And unfortunately, no one can make you healthy. You got to do that yourself.
Yeah. I love that you brought up the gut health being the first thing because if people are more in tune with immune health and they may take an immune supplement, but then they're not focusing on their gut health. So they're not getting in the nutrition they think they're getting in when they take an immune booster or whatever they're getting off the counter somewhere. So focusing on gut health is huge.
Yeah. We want our body to absorb as much of the good things and get rid of as many of the bad things as we possibly can. Well, you ladies are amazing. Thank you so much for coming out. And thank you for tuning in to Full Range Fitness with Kelly Range on the End Resultz Radio Network from the Perimeter Roofing Studio inside the Country Inn and Suites by Raddison in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Please stay tuned for upcoming shows. And until next time, this has been another episode of Full Range Fitness. And a huge thank you again to my beautiful guests.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. See you soon.